Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Hitesh and I'm back with another tutorial. So in this one, we are going to model this game asset and I'm going to start a new prop today. So in today's video, we are going to just create the blockout, and in the next one, we are going to export the mesh to ZBrush and sculpt some high poly detail. So let's start with the blocking. I'm going to take a cube and change my parameters. Let's turn down the height to something like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the face on the top and extrude like this, then rotate, extrude one more time, rotate, and once again like this, then again rotate. And I'm going to select this face and scale it down like this. Select this edge, make it a little bit wider like this. And maybe this one a little bit down like this. So this looks good enough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to right view and select this, then change the pivot to this point and rotate it a little bit like this. Go to vertex mode, select this vertex and place it here. Now I'm going to move this now go to top view and create a duplicate like this. Again, duplicate special. Now everything looks fine. Now I'll take a cylinder, go to front view, press T, increase the radius like this, turn down the height. And go to vertex mode, select the vertices on the top of this cylinder and scale them to align them with this edge on both sides. So this looks good enough. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the faces on the top and delete. Then press Ctrl E and extrude like this. Now we've got this base. And now we need to add some more cylinders here. So I'll just add a pipe. Bring this up, go to wireframe mode and increase the radius like this. And turn down the height. Now change the thickness like this. You can increase the subdivision so that it looks much better, but it doesn't matter because we are going to export this to ZBrush and create the high poly there. But for now I'll just change it to, let's say, 40, and I think we are good to go. Now I'll select this and create a duplicate like this. But first I think what we need to do is I'll just go to vertex mode, select the vertices down here and scale them down like this. Also select the top ones, something like this. Again, I'm going to create a duplicate, place this up here. You can scale this uniformly and see if it fits. So everything looks fine. Now we just need to create few more. So I'll place one here and again scale. Now one more time, I'm going to place last one here. So everything looks fine. Now we need to create the stand for this. And for that, I'm going to take a cube, place this here, and change the parameters to something like this. And add some subdivisions in height. I'll go to form and then non-linear, then use this bend. Now select this, I'll push this like this, make sure this is in the right angle. So this looks good. I'm going to go to edit, delete by type history to remove that bend modifier, and maybe scale this a little bit, place it up here. What we can do is we can select this face and extrude like this. To have some support, and I'm going to place this here, change the pivot to the center of the grid, create a duplicate and place that one here. Again, what you can do is you can go top view, create another duplicate and place that one here and another on this section like this. I'm going to go to combine them and I'll select this edge and select the same on all four legs. Then bevel, and let's try bridging all four together. If it doesn't work, then what you can do is you can first delete all the faces. Then I'll select this edge and this one, then bridge. And now what I'm going to do is I'll go to front view, add an edge ring to that part like this, bevel, and make sure this segment is aligned with these two edges. I think this is fine. So now what I'll do is I'll just select these two faces and delete, then select this part and this one, then bridge. Now there's a simple way to do this, but you can learn about bridging of polygons and edges here. So this looks good. Now what we need to do is we need to add some supporting edges so that we can use smooth modify on it. So everything looks good. Maybe we can just scale it up a little bit like this. Now I'm going to select this, combine, go to deform, lattice, turn down the T division to 2, and I'm going to select the top vertices and maybe expand it a little bit like this. Edit, delete by type history. Now I'll start with this one. Select similar. Again, select similar. And now let's try this. And bevel and see if it works. So we have an end gone here. So what we need to do is we need to select these part as well, or maybe we can just select this edge. So I'll just select this edge on all these parts like this, then bevel, add one segment, turn down the fraction to 0.2, Now we don't have any n-gons here. And if we press 3, then this is going to be pretty smooth like this. There is no pinching or anything. And I'm going to repeat the same thing here. So I'll just separate them, select this, select similar, not the rings here, just these bars. First I'll combine this, go to edge mode. I'll select the edges like this. And then select similar. Press Ctrl V to bevel. Add one segment. Turn down the fraction a little bit. Let's keep it 0.35. Same for these. I'll combine them. Select these edges. Then bevel. Add one segment and press 3. Maybe we need to scale them up a little bit. As you can see, they're going inside these bars. So I'll just scale them up a little bit like this. And maybe separate. Go to modify center pivot, scale it up. So this looks good enough. This one as well. This one has a little bit of more gap, so I'll change the scaling here like this. As for this one, I'll go to edge mode, select the edge ring like this, then bevel, add one segment, and let's press 3 and see how it looks. Maybe scale it up a little bit. So our blockout is done. Now this is not exactly low poly, but we are going to retopologize it and we're going to fix this. So I'll just delete the history here and I'll combine everything. Go to edit by type history. If I press 3, this looks very neat and smooth. So I'll just select this and go to file, export selection, and export it as FBX. And in the next one, we are going to take this to ZBrush and sculpt some high poly details. And then we're going to create a low poly of it and texture it in Substance Painter. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, then make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you are watching this for the first time. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.